No text back. Yeah, she don't get no text. I don't want no sex, no. Oh, yeah, I just want that neck. Damn. I just want that neck. Oh, baby, I don't want no sex.
Sup? Doe.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Right.
Details at the end.
Okay. Right.
Looking for a new roommate is always a daunting task. Even though you interview and take the time to get to know that person, you don't truly find out who they are until you start living with them.
Man, what? So you off? You already went online for searching up some roommates? You didn't think about no family? You didn't think about no friends? No co-workers? People you may know? No mutual friends? You didn't do none of that. Not at first. So off bucks, at first you just went straight to the onlines. Okay. Get your butt cheeks ready. Where the condom at? Jesus. Already clucked and we just started.
I had begun searching for a roommate after I decided to leave my current residency. I was contacted a couple of hours after placing an ad on the Facebook Marketplace. The message read,
"Hey Chris, I'll be moving out of my current apartment this August and I'm looking to room with someone new, as my roommates are moving to California this year. I'm 27 and I'm currently going to school. When I'm not at school, I enjoy hiking and watching movies. I also apprentice at a taxidermy shop on the days I don't have class. Hope that's not weird. It's always been a fun hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing back from you. Have a great day, Lunaire."
Lying her ass
The
off.
most obvious reaction after reading the message was to check her profile. She was a medium height, had long, messy blonde hair and green eyes. In her profile picture, I saw her standing with a man and a woman shoulder to shoulder. They each adorned goofy grins and held up peace signs. Under the photo, the caption read, "Love my roommates." I smiled to myself and decided to send her a message back.
Okay. Wow. First of all, I want to say a couple of, where are your blinds and or curtains? Right? Then now I want to say, is she the type of roommate? Is she going to be the type of roommate to like have a bunch of different roommates? Like moving to different places or having like on and off roommates and clucking every single roommate, every single person she come across? Like after she's done clucking with another roommate, all right, you out, you can get out, you can get on. Right? And then she finds another roommate. You know what I mean? Then, when I paused the video, I noticed, because it seems like you don't have no curtains or blinds, I noticed, ever since the video started, that there's been an old girl across the street from you, as clear as day, you can see in her room, she can see in your room. But I noticed that she was doing something, like watching TV or some shit. I don't know. My main focus was on you, the guy, but then I also noticed the girl across the street in the other room. And at first I thought she was watching TV or whatever. But then now I realized right when I paused the video, she's looking directly at you. In your room. That better not be the roommate that you're talking to right now.
The sun beat down on us as we hoisted various objects to the second floor of our new apartment. It took us a couple days to get everything out of the moving trucks and into our new place, but as soon as we did, a wave of relief washed over our sweat-drenched and sore bodies. After a couple more hours of rearranging, we each grabbed a beer from the fridge and sat on the porch. We reminisced about old 90s cartoons and what video games we obsessed over as kids. and as the sun started to set, I truly felt relaxed and confident that things were going to work out.
Here we go.
A week later, I started a new job for a construction company that was owned by a good friend of mine. As I was getting ready, I heard the front door swing open. I walked into the living room to see Lunaire and her friend David sliding in a large box. "What you got there?" I asked. Through a strained grunt, she replied,
I bought a freezer to store some of the animals I'm planning on using in my taxidermy work. I hope that's alright.
Animals, 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 or human remains. Body parts, human body parts. As soon as you said you was relaxed, you was calm, you was at ease, again, that's what you clocked up at. You don't know this girl. Oh, but she seems like she knows a lot about you. But you don't know her. I'm gonna need you to keep your guard up, bruh. Keep your guard up. 24/7. Just because she's a female don't mean nothing. She can probably clock you up just as bad as a man. Just because she has some beautiful ass green eyes and long silky blonde hair and not a pimple on her skin don't mean a goddamn thing.
I was obviously hesitant at first, as there was no mention of this happening in the first place, but I eventually accepted and returned to my room to continue getting ready for work. I came home at around 9 p.m. after having a couple of beers with friends and noticed that the freezer was nestled snugly in the lower part of the pantry.
Sus.
A low hum could be heard reverberating off of the inner walls. I was curious to see what was inside, but didn't want to intrude on Lunaire's business.
What?
So I went into my room and changed into more comfortable clothing.
What? No.
After changing, I came back out into the kitchen and started making a sandwich. I opened the fridge and grabbed what I needed. As I turned around, I stubbed my toe on the edge of the island countertop and a long, exasperated grunt.
I know how that
In
feels.
my frustration, I slammed the fridge door shut and checked my toe to see if there was any bleeding. As I raised my head back up, I was greeted by a shadowy figure. Lunaire was standing in the doorway leading to her room.
See what I'm
The
saying?
darkness behind her almost seemed to envelop her.
Is everything okay?
Hell no.
She said in a deadpan tone. "Shit, yeah, I'm sorry. I just slammed my toe into the corner of the countertop as I was making a sandwich. I hope I didn't wake you,"
It's fine.
she said,
It's
in
fine.
the same deflated tone as before. She then turned around and walked back into the darkness of her room. I could tell that she was pissed, so I quietly made my sandwich and retreated back to my room as well.
I hope that was
A
jelly.
low hum from the freezer as I closed my door. I had the next day off, so I was able to sleep in a little longer than usual. When I finally emerged from my room, I walked into the kitchen to make breakfast. As I opened the refrigerator, I noticed that the light wasn't turning on and there was a lack of cold air escaping from inside. I turned around and flipped the light switch to confirm my suspicion. Sure enough, the power was out. Damn it, I muttered under my breath. I walked over to Lunaire's room and knocked on her door to tell her about the power outage if she didn't already know, but there was no answer. I then remembered that she had classes that day and probably wasn't home. I walked back to the kitchen and past the pantry. As I did, I slipped on the floor but was able to catch myself on the countertop. "What the?" I angrily exclaimed as I looked down at the floor trying to figure out what I had slipped on.
Blood. Oh, I knew
It
it.
was blood. It had started to leak from the corner of the freezer and pool onto the floor.
Hell no.
I quickly tried to open the freezer to find out the cause of the viscous liquid, but then I noticed that it had a padlock attached to it.
More
I
sussness.
don't remember seeing that before. I ran out to my car and grabbed my toolbox from the back seat. I approached the freezer.
See. Say. You doing too much already, bro. You doing too much. Like, I've only had one roommate. and that was Cooley. Right, probably my next roommate is going to be my wife, hopefully. But, excuse me. But when I had a roommate, I understood, about privacy and not going into certain things. That was cool. That was fine. I had my things I didn't want him to go into. He had his things he didn't want me to go into. I get it. I understand your privacy. I respect it. Right? So with that being said, I'm not going to go on your stuff. You're not going to go on mine. What the hell are you doing right now? You crossing that line, my brother. Because you doing too much. Blood coming out the junk was already more than enough evidence, more than enough proof for me to go ahead and haul ass and yay, Cluck signing some papers. I'm already past that. I'm already in California. Cluck is you talking about living it up and acting it up. That's all I'm saying. You doing too much right now, bro. Cause I have a very strong feeling you're gonna open that joint up, and it's not gonna be what you think. And it's gonna be too late once you realize what it is, if you even get to that point, or even if what's her name, Laura, whatever. Even if I don't even think she's gonna even let you get to that point. Because you're investigating, you're curious, you touching shit. You're just doing way too much right now.
My tools down on the nearby countertop. I then pulled out a small pair of bolt cutters and snapped through the metal of the padlock.
Damn.
It fell to the ground with a large thud. I creaked open the top of the freezer and was greeted with a putrid stench that permeated my nostrils. I quickly pinched my nose and walked away gagging in response. I guess I should have realized that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I muttered to myself in between gags. After gaining my composure, I grabbed some gloves from under the sink and started taking inventory. I could see a couple of dead birds in plastic bags wedged into the corners of the freezer.
Wow.
I took each bag out and set them in the trash can nearby. That's when I noticed that the blood was coming from the corner of the larger black bag.
Shit!
I don't know why, but I decided to open the top of the bag and peer inside. I was greeted by large, milky white eyes, a swollen black tongue surrounded by cracked and bloated lips.
See what I'm saying?
And the matted hair of a human head. I swiftly dropped the bag and fell backwards onto the floor. My breathing had ceased to exist, and I grabbed the trash can next to me and expelled my disgust into it. I then ran out the door, got into my car, and called the police.
There you go. Keep going.
As I sat in the interrogation room with a blanket over my shoulders, I couldn't help but think about the face I'd seen. It looked so familiar. That's when it finally hit me. I pulled out my phone and looked at Lunaire's profile picture. It was her old roommate. The one she said was moving to California.
I knew it.
When the detective entered the room, she started the questioning process.
How you doing?
Asking me if I started noticing any weird behavioral occurrences around the apartment. Yeah, I stubbed my toe the other day and she creepily stood in the doorway. It seemed like she was pissed, but for some reason I had a strange feeling like she was concerned about something. That's when I connected the dots. She didn't come out to the kitchen because she heard me stub my toe. She came out into the kitchen because she thought I slammed the freezer instead of the fridge. A cold sweat started to form on my forehead as my surroundings became blurred. I could hear a low whine slowly starting to cover up the words of concern from the detective. As my vision started to clear, I could see another officer enter the room and whisper something into her ear as he handed her a piece of paper. "Do you have somewhere you could stay at?" she asked. I mean, I was planning on staying with my parents. They live about 30 minutes outside of town. Okay, she paused. Listen, I don't want to worry you, but we found this picture inside of your apartment. She slid the piece of paper across the table, and I immediately felt like someone kicked me in the chest. The head of Lunaire's other roommate sat on the chair. In the background, scrawled on the wall in blood, read,
Oh my God.
"Love my roommates. All of them."
I knew it. I knew she would just be getting like a bunch of roommates.
Does this ever happen to you? You find out about an awesome show, so you grab your snacks, click on the video, and then you need NordVPN. If you haven't heard of NordVPN, you must be pretty new on YouTube, and that's okay. NordVPN is a virtual private network with over 5,000 servers all around the world. So no matter what you want to stream, NordVPN has you covered. Using NordVPN will stop your internet provider from snooping on what you download and stream by masking what sites you're connected to. It can also give you access to cheaper games and subscriptions available in different regions. You can connect up to 6 devices at the same time, so one account can cover all of your devices. If you're not happy with the service, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so try NordVPN today. Get 70% off a 3-year plan with 1 month for free at nordvpn.com/llama or use code LLAMA. Plus, Nord will be giving surprise gifts to their customers as they are celebrating their 8th birthday this month. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. If you would like to support the channel, check out the merch link in the video description.
See, I knew it. I knew she was going to be one of those roommates that get a bunch of different roommates, right? Get roommate after 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 roommate, and start clucking them to the max. Now, I wonder if she literally clucked them and then, you know what I mean? Or did she just off bucks? And I thought in the beginning of the video, the woman that was across the street from him, I thought she was gonna have something to do with it. Apparently not, I guess. But oh, that's what it was. So her 2 friends, her 2 roommates that she killed, right? Not only did they not have Adidas on, but nobody in the 6 mile radius had on Adidas to help them get out their clutch situation. Excuse me. But that's what it was. The woman that was across the street from old dude, right, that we saw in the beginning of the video, right, had on Adidas, and those Adidas fumes helped him get out that clutch situation. That's what it was. Somebody, her, had on Adidas within a 6 mile radius. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm still pissed and mad as hell that he went off Bucks, went straight to the online searching for some roommates. Yo, real talk, I'm talking to y'all. If y'all want some roommates, please consider your friend, family member, classmate, your coworker, or even I would go as far as a mutual friend. I don't think I would ever search up a roommate online. That's stupid. If you searching up a roommate online, you might as well just get a pack of condoms, invite that, or get a pack of condoms, type up or email the roommate that you're looking up online and be like, hey, I'm ready. You seem cool, whatever. You already seem hella sus and you already in cahoots. You sus hoots, but I don't care because I have a pack of condoms for when you come over, you already go ahead and clock me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Or just live by yourself. That's what I'm doing. I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it too. Just saying. But yeah. Searching up roommates online is probably just as bad as like you eating a woman out for about 2-3 minutes, and then after you were done, you wiped off, your mouth, you brush your teeth and all that. You all cuddle or whatever. Y'all watching the movie or whatever, and she be like, "Oh, I got crabs. Oh, I got herpes." Oh God! See, now we got a box. Now I gotta put my hands on you because you could have told me that before I went down there. What's up? What's up? What's up? I do not hit females whatsoever. I'm just joking. And I understand that domestic violence or hitting females or anything like that is not a joking matter. I was just, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, be careful about getting roommates and how you go about doing it, because there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out here. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.